This is a Glock 43X Gen 5. And today we're talking about why it exists, what it does well, and where the uh, compromises show. The 43X, it's not really a micro compact, and it's not your traditional Glock 26 compact either. It's Glock's answer to shooters who wanted slim, but they still wanted shootability, right? I mean, this is a 9 millimeter. This is the 43X uh, Gen 5. It's got the front serrations. The barrel length on this is a 3.41, uh, 3.41 inches. Capacity with the standard Glock mags is 10 rounds. The width still coming in above 1 inch at 1.1 inches, and then but the weight unloaded on this is a very manageable 18.7 ounces. So on paper, the numbers, you gotta admit, they look modest, right? But in hand, the slim grip, it does kind of change everything of what we knew Glock to be. And so, why did Glock make this Slimline and the Slimline series? Well, for years, Glock resisted slim pistols. I mean, but the market changed around Glock, and um, you have to adapt. And Glock finally answered the call with the Slimline series, which the 43X sits kind of right in the middle of that response with the 43, the 43X, and then now there's a 40, the 48, which gives you the longer slide. The slim grip comfort that you get from a 43X, it does feel nice. I mean, I have the whole grips on, typical Glockaholic. I put the O-Sight SE, which I'm very actually, it's very acceptable. I have a video on my optics, but you can check out the O-Sight SC video. Um, very sharp, very clear, clearer. Some would say more than the Hall of Sun, but uh, check that out if you're interested. I did drop in a different trigger. I do not like the regular trigger. Um, I prefer flat face triggers. As anybody that's seen the my other videos, I'm not a big fan of the ones that curve off or rounded or have the serrations on the side. So this was my answer. Think it's an Apex. I don't know. Don't really remember at this point, but not important, right? But this um, this gives you kind of that full length grip control. You know, the without an extended magazine with a pinky extension, it kind of it fits. It gives you that 3 finger length. Now I'm a 2 finger shooter, but pinky just kind of hangs out when I grip a pistol. I did change out put 3 dots here, which I can co-witness nice with the O-Sight SE. Sits right onto the frame. I didn't use a plate or anything. I actually like that a lot about that design and that capability, right? But um, it gives you that Glock reliability in a lighter package, a lot of folks would say. And the Glock, it just feels familiar, but it's noticeably thinner. And for some people, I mean, that was the entire selling point. So initially, one of the big where this gun may have fallen short is in the capacity. And you got a full length grip. Um, why couldn't you put more than 10 rounds in there, right? So that was the lower capacity on the 43X was a detractor. And the answer to that, for me, was either swap out this mag release and get some of those, or they, I don't even know the name of the metal magazines that you could put in here, but you got to swap out the mag release so it doesn't ruin your um, your magazine catch. Or the other option, which works wonderful for me, especially in the newer gen versions of the magazines, the Palmetto State, kind of a hybrid magazine with the plastic front and the metal back. They hold 15 rounds. Now, it sticks out, doesn't bother me at all, really, a little bit there. These are a hidden gem to for this pistol, and I think it raised the whole expectations of the pistol for me, and kind of made it fit in my uh, lineup, where normally it might not have if we only took the 10, because I'm like, well, I'll just make the trade-off and I'll carry the Glock 26, and if I wanted to I could put a next grip on the Glock 19 magazines, and then I can carry 15 rounds in my um, Glock 26. But this allows me to hold 15 rounds, maybe one in the chamber. I don't generally do that. I'll load one down and I'll hold a combined of 15 in this situation. But um, some folks, the other issues is the grip is almost too long. So when it sits in your waistband, it protrudes out and doesn't tuck in as much as a 26 would. But you do get the thinness, so it's kind of a trade off, right? But the flexibility, as far as being able to use all of the other, the magazine lines, there isn't a slim line, larger middle footprint like there is with the 26, and you get the 19 and the 17, right? So you have that, we'll say, limited factory flexibility call on for now. Who knows? Glock may come out with a whole bunch now that they're into the Gen 6 series, but there are these deal breakers. I don't think so. But they matter depending on what your priorities are when you carry a pistol for your defense or use it for duty, or whatever the scenario might be. Now, going back to the if you're coming from a Glock 19 or a Glock 26, you'll notice the trade-offs immediately, right? You're going to get a slimmer grip. In the standard Glock magazines, you're only going to get 10 rounds. So comparing it to, let's say, a 19, you're getting limited or less capacity. And there's a different balance, right? There's a different balance with the 43 and the 43X. And it isn't better or worse. It's just, I mean, it's different, and it's just not. If you went from a 26 to a 19 to 17, you kind of can expect that, but it's completely different when you go to the 43X, which is maybe part of the design. If if who is this pistol for? Well, if grip comfort and concealability matter more than capacity, this makes sense. And if you put the Palmetto State, not an advertisement, but these are awesome magazines, especially like they said, there's no feeding issues with the Gen. I actually kind of sanded some of mine down because appendix carry, and these corners just dig into my gut. So I sand them down, make them more comfortable, but they works just fine for me. And if that matters, this gun absolutely makes sense. Now, if you want the series of do everything Glocks, then well, maybe this, if you're not in that genre, or you don't want to go that route, then maybe this isn't for you, and that's okay. No single Glock fits everyone. There's quite a few Glocks that I'm like, why? Or I don't need that, or like the Glock 30. It's a beast, but the 30S fits me better, in 45 ACP. So, and that's why understanding those trade-offs really, really matters. So there's a lot to be said about the Glock 43X, and I carry this with the O sight. Um, it's too big to be a pocket gun, in my opinion. This particular one, like I said, I changed the trigger on it. It's all empty, but it has a nice wall, solid wall, and solid brake, and we get a nice little reset there. So, uh, and it does the job. It's comfortable. It's lightweight. Shoots 9. Definitely, um, you're shooting 9. It's not if you go from a 26 to this, and you're like, whoa. I mean, this. this moves around a little bit, but it's definitely manageable. It's not, you know, absolutely a horrible shooter. I think I want to say I think I shoot this one just as good as I shoot, let's say, my 26 of the smaller. I mean, this is the slimline, but the 27, I think maybe because of the hotter round, but I shoot the 40 just a little bit better than the 26, and then this might be coming up a strong third as far as um, getting back on target. But this is designed for a concealed carry. Make no mistake. It's designed to be slim. It's designed to have something on you when you need it, and um, yeah, that's see, it's a little bit dirty because I do use this pistol. It does make its way. It is in my rotation. It's in my lineup, especially my starting lineup. So um, take that for what it is. But yeah, there's not a whole lot more to say about this one. Really isn't. I don't really have much criticism, and it does its job. Glockaholic 76. Talk to you soon.